Hi everyone, great to see you again in the program Ruang Kelas Agropolitan TV Let's Learn English, the easiest, the fastest and exciting to learn English. Well audience, in the last lesson I have already clarified and we have already studied about the other ways to speaking English, the other ways to say in English, and within using the overused words, right? And today I will give lesson to continue for the next lesson. We are talking about the other ways to learning and to other ways to say in English without overuse, but we are not only talk about the words, we will also learn in the sentence and phrases. Okay? Oke, para audiens, kalau kemarin pada sesi yang lalu kita belajar tentang penggunaan the other ways to say in English, cara lain untuk berbicara dalam bahasa Inggris dengan menggunakan kata-kata yang tidak common, tidak umum. Jadi itu biasa disebut sebagai overused. Hari ini kita juga saya akan memberikan materi yang sama karena ini adalah kelanjutan untuk berbicara bahasa Inggris dengan menggunakan kata-kata yang uncommon, yang tidak umum. Ya. We know that English is rich of phrases and clauses and also idiomatic, ya. And especially for the native speaker, they usually using an overuse. It means that they use the new language or the new words that is not common for us. Jadi biasanya itu kita juga kadang mendengar kalau biasanya orang-orang native speaker, misalnya orang-orang yang mother tongue-nya bahasa Inggris, mereka berbicara bahasa Inggris dengan menggunakan kata-kata yang jarang kita dengar. Oke, hari ini kita akan belajar itu. We are going to figure out what are they. Yeah? And moreover, in the lesson we will upgrade and broaden our words and also in a sentence. Okay? Let's be started. And sometimes we recognize that our English is not good, yeah? We don't say bad, it's not good, or sometimes we say common. Exactly, we need to learn some synonym for some overused English word. Really? What like that? Well, let me show that it means that overused English ini biasanya diartikan bahwa bahasa atau kata-kata yang umum di dalam bahasa Inggris. Okay, like in the last I say overused, like what is that? Bad, yeah, and then good. What is that? Interesting. And then, what is that? Sad, yeah, feel sad. And then a lot of, and amazing, yeah, we have already learned about that. And today, I will give you some other ways. I am confused, atau artinya saya bingung. What is the other synonym of the I am confused? Okay, we can say I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled. Seperti puzzle itu teka-teki ya. I'm puzzled. Jadi misalnya Anda bertemu dengan orang misalnya, saya bingung. I'm puzzled. It's okay you say that. And then I'm peeved. bemused. I'm reveled, and I bewildered. Nah, itu kan mungkin beberapa kata mungkin yang sudah sering kita dengar itu mungkin yang I'm puzzled, right? Ya, kalau yang I'm bemused or I'm reveled itu kadang masih jarang ya kita dengar. Okay. I will give you the example. She is sulking. Sulking itu artinya merajuk. I'm bewildered. Now she often sulks and gets angry. Yeah. When I visited Tokyo last week, I'm puzzled with any direction in the town due to all the alphabet was in a kanji. Ya, itu kata-kata yang digunakan tadi, I'm puzzled, ya, bisa diganti atau dengan I'm bewildered. Okay? Okay, the other is I'm not sure. Saya tidak yakin. What we'll say in another ways? It appears. Wow, it appears rainy today. It appears rainy today. As far as I know. Tuh mungkin kalau as far as I know masih dengar ya, masih sering ya. It's look like, ini sudah biasa. Apparently itu biasa digunakan di writing. Kalau digunakan di dalam a conversation itu jarang sekali. I suppose itu sudah terbiasa. I guess, ya mungkin kalau biasanya kita melihat di film-film, I guess you are hungry. I guess you are angry. Maybe, udah biasa ya. Or perhaps, ya. Or probably, ya. Mem, ini kadang-kadang saya itu sangat sulit untuk bilang probably gitu gimana. Nah, itu nanti kita akan belajar. Ada some students asking me how to say probably. Ya, mungkin kalau memang masih belum biasa probably, it doesn't matter. Because we are have a not in action in English, ya. Even you are using the Indonesian, what's it mean like medok ya, medok. I probably, it doesn't matter. We are still studying together. Okay, let's continue with the example of the sentence. Oh, this is the conversation between A and B. Are you sure going tonight? Maybe, or I suppose, or perhaps, or probably. It could be tomorrow. I'm not feeling well. Nah, tadi kata-katanya adalah maybe, suppose, perhaps, probably, gitu, okay? And then number 2, the baby is not active like usual. Perhaps the baby is ill. Please check with the thermometer. Okay. Let's continue. Nah, ini kata-kata yang sudah biasa kita gunakan. Saya tidak peduli. I don't care. Nah, some people say that I don't care. Yeah? And we can say with the I don't give a crap. Or talk to the hand. Biasanya gitu kalau misalnya native speaker, they say, kalau kita, aku nggak peduli, I don't care, gitu ya. Maybe we say that with talk to the hand dengan menggunakan action and our gesture, ya. Talk to the hand. I'm not interested. So what? Nah, itu biasa misalnya digunakan ya, and whatever, something like that. Okay, I will give you another example. Are you sure about leaving early? The lecture will be mad. So what? Whatever. Our class has already finished. Yeah. And then number 2, whatever who you are, where you from, what you did, as long as you like me, let's make a friend. Ini ada yang sebuah lagu ya. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. Something like that. Nah ini ya, whatever who you are itu sudah biasa digunakan, especially for the American people. Okay, and then I don't know. Saya nggak tahu. I don't know. Kamu bisa mengatakan dengan I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, and then we can say with I'm not sure about that. Do you know that Mr. Daddy is going abroad? Misalnya gitu ya. I'm not sure about that. I don't know itu artinya ya. Or maybe I have no idea. And then I'm unsure. Jadi kalau tadi I'm not sure, bisa juga I'm unsure. Itu artinya kan tidak juga ya. Misalnya I'm well, I'm unwell. Mungkin sudah tahu ya semuanya. And then who knows? Misalnya gitu. Do you know about the meeting today? Who knows? Saya nggak tahu. Who knows? Okay, I will give you another example. Okay, do you know who got the prize last week? I'm not sure about that. I'm unsure. Who knows? Okay, and then the other is I don't like it. Saya tidak suka. I don't like it. Misalnya some person offer you some cookies and you don't like it. Sorry, I don't like it. Gitu. Tapi itu mungkin kurang sopan ya kalau misalnya kita ngomong dikasih terus menolak ya gitu. It's not for us ya. We can say with I'm not into it. I'm not into it. Or I'm not keen of it. I'm not keen of it. And then what else? That's not my thing. That's not my thing. It's rare ya. It's seldom used in English, especially in conversation. Jadi kalau misalnya menggunakan kata-kata yang seperti that's not my things, and then that's not for me. Do you think that it's biasa ya? Yeah. Okay. Don't go anywhere, audience. We will back again after the break. Okay, let's see you again. Let's continue with I don't like it ya. Tadi I don't like it or saya tidak suka. I'm not keen of it. I'm not into it, and that's not my things, and that's not for me. Okay. And once again, I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. I will give you the example. Actually, I'm not keen of the blues music since it's not easy listening. Saya sebenarnya tidak begitu suka dengan musik blues karena tidak easy listening ya. Ini tidak gampang didengarkan. Jadi mungkin ini pembicaraan bahwa orang-orang yang suka musik biasanya kita tuh lebih suka musik yang easy listening. Easy listening itu apa sih, Mem? Easy listening itu enak didengar, yang gampang didengar, yang musik-musik seperti apa? Musik-musik pop ya. Pop ya seperti musik-musik yang di Indonesia sekarang itu kan banyak. Kalau menurut saya kayak Payung Teduh ya, ada ya internet kan, Payung Teduh itu is not easy listening, I think. Some people maybe like it. R&B music, it's easy listening. We are talking about the music, yeah. And then I like soft color like pink and pastel. So the bright color like yellow, I'm sick of it. Nah, bukan berarti I'm sick of it itu artinya saya sakit, itu bukan ya. Sick itu artinya kan sakit ya. I'm sick. Tapi kalau ini kita harus bisa melihat dulu kalimat yang digunakan. So it depends on the sentence and the meaning of it. Okay, let's continue. I don't understand, ma'am. Nah, saya tidak mengerti. I don't understand what do you talking about, ma'am. Saya tidak tahu apa yang kamu bicarakan. We can say with it, I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it. Or I don't follow. It doesn't mean that I don't follow. It means that saya mengikuti dalam arti apa ya? Aktivitas itu bukan ya. Jadi ini arti it can be, it sound like idiomatic ya. I don't follow. I don't know what you mean. Nah, kalau ini udah biasa kan? I don't know what you mean. I don't understand. And you've lost me. You've lost me. Ini artinya kan kadang-kadang kamu, kalau diartikan ya sesungguhnya, kamu kehilangan aku. Bener nggak sih? You lost me. Apa ya maksudnya? Nah, jadi kalau misalnya, jadi di dalam bahasa Inggris itu ada sebuah phrases yang atau kalimat ya, you lost me itu yang bukan berarti sebenarnya. Tapi ini mengartikan bahwa mempunyai arti yang berbeda. Kita lihat dengan konteksnya dulu. That depends on the context of the sentence and the situation that we have. Okay, I will give the example. Okay, it is the plan. Is it clear? Jadi ini adalah rencana kita. Jadi nanti seperti ini rencananya. I don't follow. Saya tidak mengerti, but I'm in. Nah, seperti ini, I'm in itu kan di dalam. Maksudnya apa? Itu bukan berarti bahwa saya di dalam. No, it means that I'm in, saya mengikuti. Oke, aku ikut. Jadi ini artinya seperti ini. Ini adalah rencananya. Apakah sudah jelas? Misalnya, mungkin ini dalam suatu in a group of people or organization, they have a plan to do, and then the head of the organization said, we have a plan, is something like this, is it clear? Nah gitu ya, mungkin seperti itu. Kita mempunyai rencana seperti ini, kamu apakah sudah jelas gitu, is it clear gitu ya. I don't follow. Saya tidak begitu mengerti maksudnya, but I'm in. Oke lah, nggak apa-apa. Tapi saya ikut ya, saya mengikuti saja, seperti itu. And then another is the professor talking too fast, so I didn't catch it. Nah, it's something like maybe we are having a class or having a subject in a university, in a campus. And then our professor or our lecturer explain about the material is too fast. Jadi mungkin ini adalah seorang dosen, profesor menjelaskannya itu kadang-kadang kan terlalu cepat. Mungkin karena kalau profesor itu very very brilliant ya. Jadi they talking too much and they are talking so fast and we cannot hear it or we cannot do. We don't know about what is that ya. And so I didn't catch it. Ya, saya nggak bisa mengerti itu. So I didn't catch it. Saya nggak bisa menangkap. Catch itu bisa jadi menangkap. Saya nggak bisa menangkap beliau itu ngomong apa sih. Saya nggak tahu gitu. Okay. This is another example. Oh, this is for the teenagers. Ini kalau untuk muda-mudi ya. Misalnya for the couples. Do you know couples? Couples itu pasangan, misalnya cowok sama ceweknya, boyfriend or girlfriend. You say, don't you say I love you? How? It's too common overuse, yeah? We can say with what, ma'am? Yeah, I will show you, okay? We can say with I want a lifetime with you. Ooh, so romantic, right? Or I'm falling for you. I'm falling for you. So the people, especially Australian, they never say to the couples, to her or his boyfriend, girlfriend, say, I love you, never. They never say, I love you. I love you, it may be sometimes, it's not common, yeah, in especially in another country. And okay, and another say with I can't stop thinking of you. I cannot stop thinking of you. Saya tidak bisa berhenti untuk memikirkanmu. Wah, kalau misalnya mau bikin misalnya chatting ya, kalau sekarang kan bukan menulis surat ya, mungkin chatting gitu ya. Mungkin misalnya cowoknya nih baru kenal gitu. Terus saling jatuh cinta, and then say, what will say? I love you. No. You can say, I can't stop thinking of you. Pasti itu ceweknya itu wes termehe-mehe gitu. Wow, kamu. Karena artinya kan, I cannot stop thinking of you. Saya nggak bisa berpikir kayak orang gila gitu. I'm crazy of you, maybe. Kadang-kadang juga seperti itu. And then, you are the only one for me. Woo! You are the only one for me, to another ya. Or you fill my heart. Kamu mengisi hatiku. You fill my heart. Nah, coba nanti dipraktekkan ya. And then, kalau ini menurut saya ini terlalu lebay ya. You are my world. Wow, you are my world. Kamu duniaku. Wah, kayak dunia ini milik berdua aja. You are my world. Kalau ini mungkin lebih sopan, menghormati. I adore you so much. I adore you so much. Saya sangat adore you. Saya sangat menghargai kamu. Saya sangat mengagumi kamu. I adore you so much. Okay, the example. Maybe you can try to make a sentence by yourself. Yeah. You are only a person I want to live for. What about you? You are my world, my dear. Ooh, so romantic. Okay, let's with another. Miss you. I miss you. Saya merindukanmu. I miss you, man. Nah, ini jarang sekali digunakan dan banyak orang yang tidak tahu. People do not say, some people say with another ways in expressing herself or their self to say that I miss you. They say I'm yours. Aku milikmu. I'm yours. I'm yours. Or I want you. Saya menginginkan kamu. I want you. I feel sad without you. Or you complete me. Or maybe, I wish you were mine. I wish you were here. And then, I long for you. Ini jarang. Kalau yang I long for you itu jarang. Kalau yang misalnya I'm yours, and then I want you. It's common too ya. I feel so sad without you. Jadi sebenarnya ini hanya apa ya? Mencari kata lain kan. Biasanya kalau I miss you, saya merindukanmu. Misalnya berarti kan kalau some people say that I miss you, it means that the distance is so too long ya, maybe a long distance relationship. So he said that I miss you, I feel sad without you. Saya merasa sedih nggak ada kamu. I wish you were here. Aku berharap kamu ada di sisiku. Something like that. Okay, and then I will give you the example. Long not to see you. I feel sad without you. Or maybe I'm alone tonight. I wish you were here. Jadi long not to see you. Saya sudah lama tidak melihat kamu. Melihat kamu ya. I feel so sad. I feel sad without you. Saya merasa sedih tanpa kamu. I'm alone tonight. Saya sendiri. I'm alone tonight. I wish you were here. Saya sendiri nih di sini. Aku berharap bisa juga I wish itu artinya bahwa saya seakan-akan ya I wish seandainya gitu. Seandainya ada kamu, aku sendiri nih. Seandainya kalau ada kamu pasti asik deh, seperti itu. And then goodbye. Is there any synonym of goodbye? Yeah, of course. We can say with have a good day. Jadi kita misalnya mau menutup suatu pembicaraan. Maybe you meet with your friend and then you are talking with your friend together, and then you will be apart with your friend. You can say with the have a nice day, have a good day, or see you later, or see you again, or take care. Nah, take care itu lebih menunjukkan pada perhatian. Or farewell. Kalau farewell itu jarang digunakan di conversation. Biasanya kalau farewell itu lebih ke perpisahan ya. Itu berarti farewell party. Sering kan ya mendengar farewell party? Ya, farewell party itu seperti pesta perpisahan seperti itu. Okay, we continue with another ya. Keep in touch or talk to you later. Talk to you later, and then catch you later, or bye for now, and see you soon. Oke, kalau itu sudah terbiasa. Ini mungkin kata-kata yang sudah biasa ya kalau yang kata-kata itu. Oke, stay tuned in the Ruang Kelas with me, Nana. Don't go anywhere. Okay, and then what another else of the English in usually in a conversation, like I think, saya pikir. Nah, ini saya mengajarkan Anda how to pronounce the I think. I think. Jadi jangan I think ya. Kita sambil belajar conversation. I mean the pronunciation. Jadi seperti I think. Okay. Saya pikir. You can say with another word like this, the way I see it. The way I see it is, or as I would have it, as I would have it. It sounds to me, or to my way of thinking, to my way of thinking, or I believe, I consider, or to my mind, ya, or it is my view. Nah, ini pandangan saya rasa seperti ini. It is my view, itu sudah biasa ya. And then I expect, and then or I suppose. Okay, what is the example of I think? The way I see it, he doesn't like the plan. The way I see it, he doesn't like the plan. Or I believe he doesn't like the plan. Okay, and then I suppose we have to prepare all the presentation tonight. I suppose we have to prepare. Jadi saya pikir kayaknya kita harus menyiapkan semua proses untuk bahan presentasi for tonight ya. I suppose we have to prepare all the presentation tonight. And then I'm busy, ini biasa ya. Kamu bisa nggak? Do you have a plan? Would you like to join with me to the cafe tonight? Sorry, I'm busy tonight. Misalnya gitu ya. I'm busy bisa juga dengan I have lots to do. Saya punya banyak kerjaan. I have lots to do. Or I'm tied up. I'm slammed. Nah, biasanya kalau misalnya American people usually say that I'm slammed with my work. Or I'm so busy that, sama aja. Or I'm swamped. Tapi jarang ya, Kak. I'm swamped. It's not easy for us to say I'm swamped. Maybe it say that I'm tied up. Lebih mudah. Jadi kalau misalnya I swamped, I slammed, itu kayaknya kita it's not easy to pronounce that. Okay, I will give you another example. So sorry, I cannot pick you on time because I'm tied up. Ini I cannot ya harusnya. So sorry, I cannot atau I can't. Ini kurang NT ya, T kurang T. Sorry, I can't pick you on time because I'm tied up. Or we can say the traffic in Jakarta is very swamped. Nah, jadi kalau misalnya, boleh nggak ma'am sih kalau misalnya kita mau ngomong the traffic is very busy? Boleh, tapi itu kan jarang ya kalau karena the traffic itu sebuah kata benda ya, kata kerja ya, the traffic itu lalu lintas ya, lalu lintas di Jakarta sangat sibuk gitu ya. The traffic in Jakarta is very busy, boleh, tapi yang lebih sering digunakan kalau misalnya terutama di dalam writing itu the traffic in Jakarta is very swamped. Gitu, lebih digunakan pada traffic itu menggunakan swamped. Okay, and then what else? Let me know. Beritahu saya, let me know. We can say with keep me post. Nah, keep me post, jangan seperti itu ya. Nah, kita belajar pronunciation. Ada kata-kata di dalam bahasa Inggris yang menggunakan ed ya, akhiran ed. Itu bagaimana sih ma'am cara membacanya gitu? Masa I keep me posted kan nggak enak ya? keep me posted. Apa? Kalau misalnya kita ngomong ketemu sama orang bule, misalnya gitu, keep me informed. Nggak enak juga kan, keep me informed. Oh, keep me informed. Jadi seperti ini, keep me post. Keep me post. Jadi ada ditekan. Keep me informed. Keep me informed. Mungkin it's a little bit difficult for us to say AD in English, but if we try and we are using every day, we can say it can be easily. Jadi kalau misalnya kita menggunakan, coba kalau misalnya belajar di reading, misalnya reading newspaper in English, biasanya kalau misalnya bentuk-bentuk lampau itu kan menggunakan akhiran ed, itu jadi kita belajar membacanya seperti itu. And then what else? Okay, back to the material. Enlighten me, enlighten. Nah, enlighten itu jadi bacanya jangan enlighten, enlighten me gitu. Kalau untuk pronunciation, kalau sudah kita belajar, jadi enak gitu didengarkan. Jadi jangan enlighten me gitu. Nah, it's not, it's something like word ya. Jadi kayak lucu didengarnya. Let me know you thought. Let me know you thought. Keep me update. Nah ini keep me updated kan tulisannya juga menggunakan akhiran ed. Itu jangan kita say keep me updated. No, keep me update gitu. Belajar. Okay, I give you sample. You look so confused. Nah ini juga saya sering menggunakan kata-kata yang berakhiran ed. You look so confused. Confused itu apa? Ya bingung ya, bingung. You look so, kamu kelihatannya bingung deh. You look so confused. Nah, let me know your thought to tell your problem. Let me know your thought to let your problem. Okay. Well, all the audience, we have learning other ways to say in English within using the common words. So we have already know the new words ya. Ini adalah kita sudah belajar mengetahui ya. Jadi belajar kita jadi baru tahu sekarang kata-kata yang is not common, yang bukan umum di dalam bahasa Inggris seperti tadi, misalnya I'm busy jadi I'm slammed, kemudian I don't care bisa jadi tadi apa ya, I don't care, I don't mention it, I don't know, something like that. And then we have say about anything in English ya. As we know, people in English spoken, when they are talking or where they are having a conversation, sometimes we cannot recognize what they are talking about. Ya, kadang-kadang ya, kalau misalnya kita mungkin bertemu dengan orang bule yang berbicara bahasa Inggris, kadang-kadang kita juga masih harus mencari tahu artinya apa. Kadang-kadang karena mereka menggunakan kata-kata yang tidak umum bagi kita. Nah, maka dari itu ini sangat penting sekali kita belajar how to say other ways in English without overuse words ya. And today we have already talk not only about the word but it's also in a sentence ya. Jadi kita tadi sudah belajar tidak hanya mengetahui sebuah kata lain atau sinonim dari sebuah vocabulary in English, but we have learn in sentence. Well, Miss Nana asks to you all, to practice English. Usually practice your English as can as possible. If when you are very busy giver, you can spare your time maybe with your daily life. It's easy for you, yeah. It's easy for you. I give you tips for all of you how to get advances your English or how to make your English fluency. Jadi kalau misalnya kita pengen belajar bahasa Inggris, ngomong bahasa Inggrisnya itu fluency, lancar, itu seperti apa, ma'am? Just one, practice and practice of course. Jadi nggak bisa ya dengan membalikkan telapak tangan. Walaupun Anda mungkin sudah les di EF ya, yang kita tahu di English First is very excellent ya. Tapi kalau kita tidak mempraktekannya, mungkin nggak usah pakai dengan les-les di tempat kursus, tapi kita bisa misalnya dengan mengetahui sekarang kan banyak sekali aplikasi in speaking English. Itu saya banyak melihat itu di Instagram, itu banyak sekali orang bikin konten tentang belajar bahasa Inggris. Kita bisa menggunakan seperti itu. Atau mungkin kalau anak saya jadi setiap liburan panjang itu saya kirim ke kampung Inggris di Pare. Jadi dia dengan seperti itu akan terbiasa belajar bahasa Inggris. Jadi belajar bahasa Inggris itu hanya habits. It's a habit, depends on the habits karena kebiasaan. Jadi bagaimana cara memulainya? Mungkin kita nggak usah deh yang terlalu muluk-muluk. Misalnya gini deh, Anda kan pasti tahu ya dulu kan karena mulai dari SMP, bahkan sekarang mungkin SD, SMP, SMA kita belajar bahasa Inggris. Misalnya bangun pagi gitu aja, mulai bangun pagi gitu ya. Langsung ngomong di dalam bahasa Inggris. What time is it now? Jam berapa sih sekarang? What time is it now? Oh, it's too late. It's 7 o'clock. Oh my God, it's 7 o'clock. Nah, itu kan juga sudah belajar berbahasa Inggris. Kemudian ngomong dengan sendiri gitu nggak apa-apa misalnya. Okay, I have to prepare for going to school. Ya, what I have to do. Nah, jadi misalnya gini, oh iya sih, aku belum menyiapkan buku. Kemudian ngomong dalam bahasa Inggris, I have to prepare all of my stuff. Stuff itu apa? Stuff itu barang-barang ya. I have to prepare all my books, my pencil, they have to be in the bag, seperti itu. Okay? It's nice to speaking English. I guess that you really want to get advanced in your English, ya. Stay tuned and keep learning in the Let's Learn English with me, Nana. Thank you very much for watching the Agropolitan TV Ruang Kelas. See you again. Have a nice day. Bye.